let's see. I'm sure we got another. That was a good icebreaker, but I'm pretty sure we got something a little bit more intense coming up. We gonna get down to it, Flame.
I'm just saying.
Let's get our next at-nighter. Let's see what they got.
Hey, it's Almond Roberts. I have a question. So, as a bisexual man, my biggest struggle is telling women that I am into men on the first date. As soon as I tell them this, I can instantly see them being turned off, and everything I say after that don't even really matter. So I want to know, is it a certain time or a certain way I should let women know that I am bisexual? Because dudes don't care. I can just instantly tell them that they won't give a but when it comes down to women, they are instantly turned off. So should I wait? Because I feel like that's kind of cheating somebody out of a relationship.
Right. I'm gonna let y'all handle
the
that
first answer for the first question is duh. Of course a woman gonna go left if that ain't what she's into. You can't change a man. He was a pretty guy too. He must live in Atlanta. He was a pretty y'all missed that whole joke. He was a pretty guy too, but he on some bullshit. A woman that likes men that don't get down like that, that's not, now this new flavor, they doing a lot of shit. But women who just stand there who want a man that don't do that, she don't even want to know.
So, all right, so let me kind of understand this here, because Almond says when he goes out with men, that there's never no problem telling a man that he also likes women.
Listen, I got a dick and titties and get down when you should get down, period.
I was about to say, you're an expert.
You're damn straight. I don't know. I had a problem with the bisexual thing. I'm telling you, men always teach all this bisexual shit. My friend just asked me, Flame, you think Shannon Sharp is gay? I said, no, I don't think he's gay. She said, you think he's straight? I said, no, I don't think he's straight. She said, oh, you think he bi? I said, no, I don't know if he bi, but the damn show purchased.
Well, what I want to say to him is that he's doing the right thing, right? Because if the women who he is trying to date are not okay with him being bisexual, then he's doing the right thing and he's not wasting anybody's time.
Well, if a woman paid more attention to him for more than 3 minutes, he ain't have to tell her.
And with a name like Almond,
this was a little broke. I'm just saying.
Well, anytime you go on a date with a named Almond, you might know.
And what I want to say to the ladies out here is bisexuality does actually exist. So there was this really interesting study. They put a cuff around men's penises.
Okay.
And they monitored the blood flow, right? So a lot of women are like, oh, he's bisexual. He's just gay, right? He's just, and a lot of gay men will first identify as, oh, I'm bisexual, sort of a stop on the way to gay town, right? But that's not always true.
A stop on the way to gay town.
What they found is that, yes, there were a lot of people who claimed to be bisexual who were indeed, their penises, and not just what they're saying, their penises actually got just as hard, just as much blood flow looking at naked men or naked women. Now, what's interesting about this study, they did this 20-some years ago, and a lot of those men, when society was different, a lot of men who said they were bi
were closeted.
Yeah. But now that people are more open and it's okay to be queer, if men say that they're bisexual, chances are going up that he's actually bisexual. Because, Shakira says the hips don't lie. I say the don't lie.
Good for you, Doc.
Ooh, that sounds like a prison story. I want more.
But like you said, times are evolving. People are actually being more open-minded. So in a scenario like that, I think that is some great advice, as long as you're being open and upfront about it. But it's so interesting to hear a lot of the women in here say
it's almost unanimous.
They were like, they would be turned off by that. But then that would be the end of the date. Everybody go their separate ways. But I think it's about honesty. I think that's the thing where because for whatever reason, there's a stigma to the idea that if he does have a past or if he's still attracted to, the same sex,
can I say this, Nick?
He might be being dishonest.
Because, I've been the husband and the wife in the same night.
You keep saying that.
No, it's the truth. I'm serious. I'm telling you, from a woman's perspective, though, if it's one thing that I know, I'm in competition with a woman. I know what she got. She can do what I do, but I don't know what he's doing with this man. In my head, from the woman's perspective, I'm always in a competition that I will never be able to reach. So that's why a lot of women say that's not my get down.
It's just a little too much.
Well, men don't mind.
What does that mean, Flame?
I mean, look at the P. Diddy tapes.
Oh,
on,
here
let's
you
go. Where we going?
Oh, here you
Oh,
go.
by the way, when tape number 17 come out, that was not me, that was AI.
You a wild person, Flame.
What are you gonna do? Come get me?
Nah, so I mean, I want to take the time out too because this is, you know, a very special and often unique episode. I don't think we've ever had on the show where there's two people from the queer community. Am I safe to
I'm
say
damn
that?
sure not from that community. I don't belong to no community group or organization.
That's what I was about to talk
You know
about.
they don't with me.
So you've been one of those people that said, you know,
right.
don't try to define me or classify me as anything.
That's because I respect my mother.
What does that mean?
They ask me what is a woman. A woman is not a social construct. A woman is not a chromosome or a birther. A woman is your mother. Period.
I heard
and them
that.
hoes hate me for that, but they can kiss my in the face. That's what the fans say right here. That's what the fans say right there. Because the truth is the truth. And me and Mike were just having this conversation over there. If we lose our only allies from the community, which have always been biological women, because I would never say that other dumb shit. They just made that up too.
Yeah.
Then we lose. That's all we ever had was our allies. They acting like Trump. They alienating every goddamn body.
So you believe the LGBTQIA, their
It's
best,
it's a mo. Keep
it's
going.
in more letters, but their best ally has always been the woman?
Absolutely. Because women will stand up for us. Men will lay down with us, but women will stand up for us, whether we be their sons, brothers, best friends, uncles, whatever the case may be. Women will stand with us. Men won't. They won't. For the stigma of the shame. You know, that's the first thing you holler. Oh, man, you gay. That's a crime.
Right.
Look at hip hop. Baby, everybody getting it in. I should have been a rapper in the 80s. Damn. I was in the wrong business.
What I learned talking to Flame for like 5 minutes is, you know, you really have to get to know somebody. And there were things, you know, I'm a queer person. And I was like, oh, wow, that's so interesting. I wouldn't have thought that. I wouldn't have thought this about you. You're like, my 3 kids, you know, my partner and this other part, you know. And it's so interesting. If you can just get to know the person, like if you know one queer person, you know one queer person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like if you could really get to know somebody, whoever you are, straight, gay, queer, bisexual, if you know that person's story, you know, I'm also often trying to treat people and diagnose people, but sometimes if I just stop and listen to their story, I take away the diagnostic criteria for like what's, quote, wrong with them.
Right.
And then I really just think sometimes after an hour, 2 hours, many sessions, it's like, oh, that's where that comes from.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with this label or this box.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? That's going to be the name of my 1 hour special that you can executive produce. It's going to be called The Meet and Greet, because that's what you should do.
Yeah.
Meet me.
Right.
Don't let somebody else's perception that told you about me before you meet me, because that's already a greeting of me. So you come in with this, what you think.
Yeah,
meet me.
preconceived
I'm
notion.
the nicest bitch on the planet until I'm not. But meet me. Don't greet me from somebody else's perception. I've heard you was a butthole, Nick. No. I'm just, this is just a scenario. I ain't never heard that. I heard
I don't know what you heard about my butthole.
No condoms, but nigga,
Flame talking about my butthole makes me uncomfortable.
Oh my God. I would have came in with this whole perception of you like, oh, he gonna be this way. But I didn't. I read you at face value, just like you met me at face value, even though I've been knowing you since you was a little boy.
Exactly.
But the picture I saw on the internet, you wasn't no little boy.
Here you go. I don't know what Flame talking about, but I have known Flame since I was 15 years old in these comedy streets.
Wow.
But man, and even Doc, I feel like we've created a relationship over the years, and then it's interesting because he always tells this story that he did have a preconceived notion, and he thought I was an asshole, like you said. Why does everybody think that about me? I'm a nice guy.
No, I never heard that.
Yeah, I know those preconceived notions, right? You read a couple of articles, just 2 or 3 articles, then you make up this idea of what somebody is, and then you meet that person face to face, like you, and it's like, wow, Nick he's such a nice guy. He's so genuine. He really cares about people. He doesn't have this ego. You know, I thought, oh, he's this egomaniac and he just wants to have as many kids as possible. It's like, I mean, the way you respect women, the way you take time to be with all of your children, it's like, wow, I would not have guessed that. And so I'm guilty for using those preconceived notions. And I think, yeah, we should meet and greet.
That's a great message. That's something to know, to get to know people, right? See, we learning stuff here. We laughing and we learning.
I think you need a nanny.
I got a bunch of nannies.
I can be the tranny nanny. Oh, you ain't got no one like me. Oh, those kids to be well educated, baby. They know all about the street.